Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Wednesday, the 2nd of March 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite deck for this reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Wednesday and what energy you will be working with. So first we've got the Two of Wands, plans for the future. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles, difficulties in the present, especially when it comes to your practical circumstances such as career, finances. And then the good news is the ability to work through those difficulties and to take advantage of this opportunity to plan the future. Amazing. Okay, so the Two of Wands, you can see this young man dressed all in red and orange. Red is the root chakra. It's really about your place in the world, how you connect with the world, what you do, what your everyday life looks like, and how you feel about it. Is it still a passion? Is it something that you want to engage with, or are you just going through the motions? So for example, are you in a job that's feels like your life purpose and you absolutely love and adore doing it? Or are you in a job that you haven't liked for a long time, but you're still there because it pays the bills and you don't want the discomfort of change, as an example? So he's someone who plans the future based on what he truly feels. The orange is good. That's the sacral chakra. That's about control. So the thing about the Two of Wands, it's not particularly difficult to figure out what it is you do enjoy and what you're passionate about versus what you don't enjoy. It's crystal clear. You know exactly what lights you up and what kind of makes you feel depressed or oppressed. And he's looking at the next chapter of his life with this life purpose in mind. And he's saying, because I feel this so passionately, I have the control to actually structure my life so that I can live out these dreams and desires. I don't have to kind of go through the motions and just pay lip service to my own life. So he's holding the world in the palm of his hand. So the world's his oyster. He can choose whatever he wants to do. And that's interesting because sometimes if you have too many options, that can be difficult. You know, if you can live anywhere in the world and you don't have a home, then it's like, okay, well, where should I go? Or if you can do any job on planet Earth, but you have no idea what you're good at, then it can be really difficult to kind of sift through all of those options. So it's interesting because freedom without kind of understanding of what works for you and what doesn't work for you isn't really freedom. It's just a longer to-do list of things that you have to work your way through to get to a positive place. The Two Wands create a doorway. So all the gate cards in the tarot, they represent an opportunity for massive change, because once you pass the threshold, things are completely different. The choices that you make on this day are very likely to work in your favor because we have these two kind of flower things intersecting one another. The red is, again, your feet on planet Earth and what you're passionate about. The white flowers are spiritual connection. So if you feel something to be true and right, then you can be pretty much certain that those are genuine feelings that have been there with you for a while, or it's what you really truly at the bottom of your heart feel and desire. It's not a whim. That can be tricky sometimes to suss out. Am I going to make this big life-changing decision and am I going to regret it because I'm just, being overly focused on my needs and my wants? What if I feel differently next week? And then that can be problematic because we can't just willy-nilly change our lives every time we feel like it, right? So the card is saying this isn't just a temporary kind of idea or plan that you've got. This is something that's been inside of you for a while, and you now finally have the confidence to actually do something with it, and that opens up the whole world to you. You can go explore the cities here on the land, or climb a mountain, or sail out to sea, or you can catch crabs in the rock pools. It's whatever you want to do. And the good news is you fundamentally know internally what it is you want. So the inner world is the microcosm of the actual world, the macrocosm. So by having this clarity and understanding and passion for what's going on internally, it then becomes really easy to recreate that in the physical world. Wow. That's an amazing thing for today, but it's an amazing insight for every day of your life. Rather than just going out there and saying, okay, maybe I'll try and be a pharmacist or I'll try and be a football player. Okay, that didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. Instead of doing that and doing all the work, go within first and find something that you want to hold on to. Because then your journey through life is going to be a lot easier. And that then leads us to the Five of Pentacles. By going within, you can avoid the difficulties that you would face if you get clear on your purpose and what's important to you. If you do go out into the world without your own agenda and saying, oh, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow today and see what happens, then it is likely that you run into difficulties. The Five of Pentacles is about rejection and hardship and tough times. You can see these two out in the snow. The church window there, containing the Five of Pentacles, represents some sort of an institution, and they've just been thrown out. So the institution says, no, thank you, make your own way. And it's difficult and challenging, but they continue anyway. So the message is, if things do feel difficult, you do have the power to work through them, one. But second of all, they're together. So you're not on your own with this. There are other institutions who will be more than happy to have you. There are people in your life who can support you in tough times. And it's okay to reach out for help as well. And the two aren't mutually exclusive. You know, if you're certain about some sort of desire that you're planning for your future, you can do that. But you can also have lunch with a friend and say, do you know what, that conversation with a friend of mine was really difficult and it's kind of upsetting me. You have more than enough time to do both, and actually accepting the help would be a good idea. So this, what I'm getting is, it's much better to be out in the cold, in the snow, with your crutches and have your own freedom, rather than belonging to some sort of institution where it's warm inside, but if you don't do what they say, they throw you out in the snow. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be part of any group like that. What is it that, what's that Groucho Marx quote? Sorry, I'm paraphrasing here. Let me know in the comments how you really say it. But I think the gist is, any club that would have me for a member, I'm kind of wary of. Which is a sort of a different sentiment. But you have to look at the institutions that you belong to and where you're making a contribution. And if you're constantly part of that, but under threat of being expelled if you don't fall in line, then you should really question whether you want to be part of that institution and whether they deserve to have you. Finally, the Eight of Pentacles, young man working very hard, very productive, making these beautiful pentacles. So you can work on your own. You don't need permission or security, or you don't need to be taken under someone's wing. You have what it takes to make it on your own. And the cards are reminding you that if things do feel difficult and even lonely, that one, you can rely on yourself. You have more than enough capability and skill and strength to get things done in the way you want them to. But also for me, it means there's a promise that if you keep going and if you don't buy into other people's rejection of you or criticism of you, you can continue working and you can make your way to an institution which actually will embrace you, or a group of people or way of thinking that is just right for you. Have faith that you on your own will find that happy place to lay your head on the pillow, if only you continue to live your life, you continue to dream, and you continue to do things which feel right for you. So the cards are saying, have faith in yourself, basically. You don't have to compromise yourself just to belong, which is really liberating and important. And then 8 in numerology is power and strength. Don't underestimate your own power to kind of create your life as you want it to be. And don't fall into the trap of disempowering yourself by saying, yes, master, I will do whatever it is you want. No, that's a big no-no on this day. Number-wise, we've got 8 and 5 is 13. And 2 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And 6 is a temporary opportunity. So the temporary opportunity is, if you look at this club that you're kind of questioning now and you're like, The boss here just threatened me, and I've been working for this company for like 10 years. I don't feel like I deserve this threat. I've been loyal, I've been productive, I've done my best. If you're questioning that, it's a good day to actually draw a line and to say, I don't think we're compatible anymore. I don't need to be treated like this. I know I can make it on my own, and that's what I'm going to do. Thank you very much. Bring on the snow. Yeah, so it's kind of it's a really strong message that's saying, please don't underestimate yourself. You don't need to. And you have an opportunity to do something that will then serve as evidence in future that, yes, you can make it on your own. You don't need to be held hostage to some sort of belief system or code of conduct or whatever it may be. Wow. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, scroll down a bit until you get to the Book Your Readings button. Click on that to order your reading with me. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. So if you have any questions about your life purpose or your career or your innate talents that you can use to be super prolific in your work and happy in your work, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. Also, if you are questioning anything else, relationships or living situation, we can have a look at that by drawing up your astrology chart and using the cards and the numbers. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a fabulous Wednesday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.